to my channel. I'm your girl Cupid, and today I'm so excited to finally get into this requested reading. My apologies for taking so long, but anywho, we're going to be talking about your message from above. So this can be your message from God, Spirit, however it is that you address what you consider the higher power. This is going to be your message from that source. So like I said, I'm super duper excited. I don't have anything else to say. So let's just go ahead and get into the groups, all right? So group one is going to be this red butterfly, group one. Group two is going to be this red ladybug. Group two is the red ladybug. And then group three is going to be this cute little bird. Group three is the cute little bird, all right? So, anyway, as always, I'm going to have a picture inserted after this so that you guys can just pause and meditate on which group you belong to. And all timestamps for each group will be in the description box below. So, hi, group one. You have chosen the butterfly. We're going to get right into your message from above. What does Spirit, what does God, what does the universe want you to know right now? I'm going to shuffle your cards and then I will catch you on the other side. So, your message from above, I'm getting a lot of information about stagnancy, right? So, perhaps right now you or someone connected to you. I just want to put that out there. This feels I'm there's a distant kind of energy here. There's a very broad kind of energy here, right? There seems to be a lot of space present, if that makes sense. So this could be about you specifically. This could be a general energy around you, or this could be related to a specific person connected to you. So I'm starting it there just so that can make sense. I didn't really have many expectations for how this reading was going to go. So because of that, I'm not sure how this message is going to come out. But anyway, I almost sat on my dog, y'all. So right here we have the Devil, followed by the Five of Cups, and then the Moon. So right now, well, just based on this, I get an energy of somebody feeling trapped in their situation, possibly stuck in a connection, or stuck dealing with some type of relationship. And it's like with this Five of Coins here, you feel, or this person, the reason they're stuck here is because of a lack of resources, because of a lack of money, because of a lack of movement, right? Because they lack, they are essentially feeling trapped in a relationship with someone or something. With the Moon here, I feel like this is something weighing heavy on their mind. This is something that plagues them. So if this is you, it could be like maybe you're in a job that you don't really like, or maybe you're with in a relationship that you're not really interested in, but you feel like you have to deal with it because you don't have any options. You don't have any other job offers. You don't have more money, or maybe you don't have enough money to drive to drive, so you can't go that far. So you're limited on the type of job that you get and pursue, right? It could be a number of things. But with this Moon here, this lets me know that this this is an insecurity. This is something that weighs heavily on the mind, right? Even on the body. This is something, if this is specifically about you, that you hold in, and every day you just try and push forward, but inside you feel this weight of feeling trapped, right? And being trapped is all over this side of the spread, because if we go here to this middle column, you have the Eight of Swords twice. You have the Eight of Swords, the Tower, and then the Eight of Swords, right? You feel, to me, okay, I was wondering, I'm like, wow, this Tower is trapped, right? This Tower is trapped between these Eight of Swords. And so I feel like this is like a victim to circumstance, right? If you feel like you're in a job, there's something that you feel that you're in that is unstable. There's something that you feel that you're a part of that is unstable. And this Tower, right? A Tower is supposed to come in and break down those old foundations to create new, but it's almost like even that is stuck between these Eight of Swords, right? And with the Eight of Swords, when they were coming out, I heard hostage. So you feel like a hostage in your situation, or you feel like your situation is going to hold you hostage, right? There's a fear here for sure. A fear that your situation is going to have you, put you in a position where you can't protect yourself, or you can't defend yourself, or you can't rebuild yourself, right? You're at the mercy of all the elements around you instead of being at the mercy of your own resources, okay? I mean, in a lot of ways, you see yourself as at the mercy of your lack of resources. But I feel like here it's almost like you're worried with the moon that you're not going to be able to make the changes that you need to make. You're worried that you're going to be stuck in this situation longer than necessary, right? Will this Tower ever come, right? A lot of times when people are in a devil situation, it's the Tower that sets them free, because it's such a strong dependency, okay? And so I feel like these Eight of Swords are you kind of like feeling like you'll never, or I don't say never, but it's going to be a while before your circumstances change. It's going to be a while before you can do something differently. And in a lot of ways, right, like you feel like a hostage to your situation. This last row, okay, this is about what's about to come, okay? With the Hierophant, well, I just want to say you have the Hierophant, King of Cups, and Wheel of Fortune. So when I saw the Hierophant, I immediately thought advice, right? Advising, right? You are going to be advised correctly, right? I heard counsel, even maybe reviewed, right? There's something here with the Hierophant about giving you some direction, okay? Even being a support system. I see the King of Cups here as compassion, patience, and also opportunity, right? I'm seeing the King of Cups as somebody who gives you a chance, somebody who gives you an opportunity, right? They take a chance on maybe your lack of experience, or I'm not quite sure here, but it's almost like, I don't want to say paternal, but it's a vibe like this King of Cups is helping you along, right? And then with the Wheel of Fortune, obviously this is about things moving forward, right? This period of stagnancy kind of like ending itself and the wheel beginning to turn. I haven't gotten into your oracle cards yet, but I just want to go ahead and say that what I feel like your advice here, the message from above, is that this situation, despite you feeling like it's not going to work itself out, despite you feeling worried about how long it's going to take for this thing to work itself out, the reality is that your blessings are already being answered behind the scenes. However, timing is everything, right? Pieces are in position, but they're not yet in play, is what I'm trying to say. So that's part of your advice, is that things are already in position to work out for you. You just kind of have to have patience, right, with the Hierophant, and have faith. Have faith that these opportunities are coming to you with the King of Cups. All right, things are moving, right? Despite things seeming stagnant, right? You stuck in this toxic relationship with a job or a person or a group or a place, despite having feeling like you're trapped in this toxic situation, believe that the wheel is already moving for you, okay? So, oracle cards, we have flame, strategist, travel, light, and excitement, okay? So, flame, I feel like this flame has a lot to do with your passion and your faith, right? This is about, I feel like your advice is like, I feel like, oh gosh, okay. Because I want to put excitement up here, right? Flame and excitement. You are being advised to enjoy the journey, right? Enjoy the process, right? Like I said, this is about your passions, igniting those passions, relying on those passions, right? Giving in and embracing these passions. I feel like for you, your worrying triggers anxiety, okay? Because, anxiety, you're increasing your heart rate, you're accumulating stress, okay? Your advice is to be excited about the journey, be excited about what is to come. Then we have strategist, okay? Strategist, to me, is about playing your cards right, playing the game right, remembering this is a long game, okay? I feel like it's easy, especially when you're on a journey towards completing a specific type of goal or getting to a type of place. You can, when you start to feel discouraged, it's almost like you forget that, Rome wasn't built in a day, right? It's going to require the hard work. It's going to require the discipline. It's going to require the patience. And so the strategist is kind of reminding you to be patient and remember that you are carving out your destiny, right? You are creating the way. And while you have tools, like I said, there are pieces in position ready for you, right? Through the assistance of the universe. But at the same time, you still have to push forward to get there. And it's a strategic game. It's a game of chess. So just keep your eye on the prize and remember that your patience is part of your strategy. Your patience is a part of your strength. It allows you to make the right decisions at the right time because you're not rushing and pushing and acting from a place of fear and running out of time, okay? And then we have travel light. I feel like this is related to that flame again, that passion again, about having faith, right? Travel light. Try not to carry so much stress. Try not to carry so much worry. Try not to be weighed down by the current circumstance, right? Whatever this devil energy is, like I said, if it's a job, your advice is to don't put so much on the job, right? Go into work and don't put so much energy and stress into worrying about the circumstances of the job. I hope that makes sense. Like just go in, do it, and leave, right? In, out, right? Don't get so caught up in the gossip or the drama or whatever it is at work that can stress you out and get you caught up. Don't even worry about that. In, out. Do as little stressing as possible. Travel light, right? And be excited. Last time I'm say that. Be excited about the future. Be excited about what's to come. Whenever I start feeling myself getting weighed down and stressed and discouraged and feeling fearful that things are not going to get better, I have to start speaking my affirmations. And one of those is, I'm ready to see how good it gets. I'm ready to see how good it gets. God, show me how good it gets. Show me how good it gets. I'm ready to see it. I believe you. I know. I'm ready. I'm excited to see how good it gets. And so maybe you can take something like that or find your own kind of affirmation along those lines of just remembering that things are working out. Things are, and you are looking forward to receiving your blessings, right? You're not worried that you're not going to receive them. You know they're on the way, and you are excited to receive them, and you can't wait to receive them. And when you do receive them, you're going to be grateful, just kind of having that reassurance to know that it's already yours, okay? So then we have Oracle deck here, celebration. I want you to know that the universe wants you to know that you're about to receive what you've asked for. You're about to receive plenty of what you've asked for. You're about to receive more than what you've asked for, right? Shit's on its way. I feel like your situation with the devil and the Eight of Swords, I feel like this is something you've been dealing with for a long time. This is something you've been trying to work out for a while. And for you to feel these types, the devil and the Eight of Swords energy, to me, that lets me know that you've constantly had setbacks, right? You take a couple steps forward and you got to take a couple steps back. You can take a few more steps forward, then you got to take a few more steps back. It's like you're constantly been encountering these, obstacles, and they created a sense of discouragement. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. You feel like you feel a bit jaded, right? And it's like on one hand you're jaded, but on the other hand, you're actually anxious because you want things to work out and you're tired of things not working out and you're putting in all this work and you just want things to work out. But at the same time, it's like you're losing faith, and your advice is to stop. Don't lose faith. Like, remember, like, you have so much to celebrate. You have so much to live for now. Maybe that's part of what you need to focus on. Focus on what you need to live. Focus on what's going good in your life right now. What can you celebrate now? What can you reward yourself for now? What work have you done today? What did you do today that you can be proud of yourself for, right? What do you think that you've done that earned you a slice of cake or a glass of wine or a bath instead of a shower, right? Maybe tonight you're going to reward yourself with a bubble bath because you hit them call quotas today. Like, I don't know but it's like you need to find those little things every day that you can celebrate and reward yourself for, because you do the work. You do the work. But I promise, as somebody who has been an overachiever, workaholic their whole life, let me tell you, it's easy to not see how much you've done and how far you've come when you never acknowledge it, right? It's easy to go every day going, yeah, I did all that work, but not really feeling like you did a bunch, or not really feeling like you put in that work, because you never stopped to celebrate each accomplishment. You just went to the next and the next and the next. And it starts to feel like, what did you even do? Did you win? And it's like, yes, ma'am, you are winning. Yes, sir, you are winning. Celebrate every small win. That's how you start. That's how you monitor growth. You know what I'm saying? When every time you reward yourself, then you see how many trophies you got. You see, I did this, I did that, I did this, because I acknowledge everything I did. So then it's easier to look at all of those acknowledgments and say, hey, hell yeah, I've been working my ass off. That's why I'm so blessed. Okay? Let me see. We have lemons in reverse over here, right? This is about understanding, because to me, lemons is about receiving raw material. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, it's a bit sour, right? Maybe a little bitter, but lemons are fruits too, okay? And so these lemons are in reverse. It's kind of like, stop seeing these setbacks and stop seeing these negative elements of your situation. Stop seeing them as things that you cannot work through. Stop seeing them as things that cannot be pushed and pressed into something sweet, right? Lemons are fruit too. That's why you can make lemonade. If lemons had no value, you wouldn't be able to do anything with them. And so Spirit is saying, yes, right now might not be the sweetest, you might not have the sweetest of the sweet blessings right now, but you have everything you need. You are fruitful. These may not be the sweetest fruits, but these are some useful ass fruits, okay? And when you change your perspective, then you can put those pieces into play, right? Your lemons are your pieces in position. They're ready to be played. But if you don't see them as tools, if you don't see them as blessings, if you don't see them as things that you can work with, then they are not going to do anything for you, okay? So then we also have over here, and then I'll close out the reading. We have the Hangman, which I think really is about your perspective. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Not in reverse, on the at the bottom of the deck. I feel like these are about you needing to accept where you are right now. Because then over here we also have wilderness and wildness. wildness in reverse. So to me, this is about you not really accepting where you are, and that's creating this disillusionment, right? Not accepting where you are right now. But once you, and wanting to rush, right? Wanting to rush into this new beginning with this Three of Wands beneath, right? You want to rush into this new beginning. You want it to happen right now. But the reality is that you're going to have to be patient. You're going to have to accept where you are. And you're going to have to shift that perspective a bit. So that one, with this Chariot, so that you... Oh, sorry, group one. My camera turned off. And I'm not quite sure where I left off. But I basically want to just go ahead and end you guys' reading. Your advice, just to recap, is to really just stay in this energy of having a positive mindset, that everything is already working itself out for you, and also just staying in an energy of gratitude and making sure that you're celebrating every small win every day. Because like I said before, if you are never acknowledging when you do accomplish something, then how are you going to measure your success? How are you going to, be aware of how much you've progressed if you're always kind of like overlooking what you've done? So make sure to celebrate every little day, every little win, and remember that things are working out for you. Oh, and last thing, your patience. Your patience is a part of your strategy, group one. So you guys have a great day. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment, and if you'd like to be notified whenever I post new videos, then subscribe and ring that notification bell. Bye, group one. Hi, group two. You have chosen this ladybug. I'm going to put it right here. We're going to go ahead and get into your reading. We're going to be seeing what does the universe or God or spirit, or however you would like to address the Almighty. We're going to see what their message is for you, okay? So I'm going to go shuffle your cards, and I will catch you on the other side. All right, group two. Oh my God, group two. Group two. I have a message for you, group two, okay? The first thing I want to say before I get into the cards is, honey, how can you help yourself if you have nothing left, right? How can you help yourself when you've given it all away? How? Okay? I want to start with this column, as always. Actually, I want to start with both columns, okay? Column one and column two are almost like two sides of a coin. It's kind of like the yin and yang, right? It's giving a double-edged sword, group two. So here we have the World, and we have the Queen of Swords. Then we have the Eight of Swords, and then the Queen of Cups. To me, I see this, like I said, as a double-edged sword, right? On one end, if you do this, then you get the sword, right? But on the other hand, if you go to the other end, then they get the sword. You're an empathic person, group two. Because underneath the Queen of Cups, I see the High Priestess here, right? This Queen of Cups is sacrificial because she's intuitively emotional. She's intuitively connected, right? She's empathic, and she wants to do the right thing. And I feel like oftentimes this is where you, like I said, get in this Eight of Swords position where now you are on the chopping block, where you are sacrificed, your energy, your time, your efforts. You become the slaughtered, insert random sacrificial animal, right? Because you want it to help and you want it to do right by others. But on the other end here, we have the Queen of Swords, right? She has the world above her. She doesn't have a bunch of swords above her. She has the world. She has abundance. But underneath her is the Six of Pentacles, which is about being strategic about what you give, budgeting. I heard budgeting, right? The Queen of Swords budgets. And so for me to the group 2, this is about who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? Do you want to be the Queen of Swords who has the world at her fingertips, who budgets what she gives out to others? Or do you want to be the sacrificial Queen of Cups, empathic baby lamb who ends up with nothing but swords keeping her down? Right? And I know we're coming in hot, but that's what I'm seeing just off these 2 columns, right? Do you budget what you give? Or do you hand it out freely because you feel so much? But to see the thing about the High Priestess that's tripping me up right here, which is like, hold on, is because the High Priestess knows. The High Priestess knows. You know that you lose when you do this, but for some reason you do it anyway. And that's what you're really battling, Group 1. You're battling this people-pleasing behavior. You're battling this overly sacrificial martyrdom behavior, right? Because the High Priestess, well, she knows the outcome. She knows. Okay? Or maybe maybe you're trying to help other people with their karma. You know what's going to happen if they go and you don't help them, so you feel like you need to go and help them. You need to sacrifice yourself to help them. Right? This is still shadow energy, right? Still operating from a place of codependency and fear, right? Not using that intuition to really benefit you. Okay? I feel like we're going through this really fast, but it came out. Like, this is a deep reading. Then I have over here Strength, the Hermit, and the Eight of Wands, right? So this is the actual message for you, Group 2. This is the message that you need to have some discipline with the Strength, right? You need to be willing to advocate for you more than anybody else, right? Because right now, you are more willing you are somebody who's advocating for other people more than they advocate for you. You're advocating for people harder than other people advocate for them. You're doing all this advocating when you really need to put that strength on your team. You need to have the discipline for yourself. You need to be your bodyguard. Okay? With the Hermit here, this is about not necessarily isolation or exclusion, but having your own back. Right? You need to walk alone. I feel this is a deeply codependent group. The way this is coming out like a serious call to action within me. I feel the energy of the universe saying, code red, you need to stop giving so willy-nilly. You need to stop being so sacrificial, because I feel like people take advantage of you. With these Eight of Swords, honey, you got Eight of Swords twice, just like my last group. But it's different here because this is about actual outcomes, not just a fear of what's to come, but this is what's happening to you, that you willingly put yourself in these Eight of Swords positions because I can't explain your codependency. It's not really here. It's not clear why you do it. With the Queen of Cups, maybe you just want people to like you, right? Maybe there's something there about feeling like if you don't, then they won't like you, or they'll hate you, or they'll be upset with you, right? Well, I can help, I just don't. But what if, like, it's like you care more about how you're seen. Yes, you care so much about how you're seen that you keep doing things you don't really want to do and putting yourself in these compromising positions that you don't want to be in because you don't want you saying no to affect your image. But I'm here to tell you that every time you say yes to some shit you don't want to do, every time you put yourself in these compromising positions and allow yourself to be used and taken advantage of, that affects how you're seen too. And you don't look good, okay? Like I said with the Hermit, you need to get into this place of being unafraid to walk alone, right? being your own advocate, being willing to speak up for you, being willing to say no, being willing to cut ties, being willing to walk away, that is what's going to actually strengthen you. That's what's going to actually build you up, right? That's how you build the strength, by having the discernment and then acting on it. Discipline. Eight of Wands is right underneath this, right? Your advice about strengthening up, it's telling you that it will lead you to the success. You'll get the actual opportunities you want. You'll get the actual life you want if you actually start standing on something, okay? And I don't mean to be so harsh, but I feel like there's a good number of you that it's almost like you don't, it's hard for you to stand on what you want, okay? We have law and order and we have time and place. This is about making rules and sticking to them. Rules matter, law and order, okay? Because if you don't lay down the law about how people should treat you, they will trample all over you. It will be a law. You will be a lawless land, honey. There is a time and a place. There is a when, there's a how, there's a who. Okay? People can't just come to you and get whatever they want. People can't just come to you and ask for whatever they want. But for some reason I'm getting an energy that for some of you, people think they can just come at you and ask you for anything. They think they think you will say yes anytime. You should have it to where people are wary to ask you for things like money, to do their homework, right? To pick them up from some place hella far that they knew they shouldn't have been at in the first place. You are somebody that I feel like you have a hard time setting these boundaries because you don't want people to feel like you've abandoned them. Ooh, with this over here at the bottom of the deck, abandoned, right? You feel you don't want to say no to people. You don't want to disappoint people because you feel like if that you'll hurt. It's like you're afraid you're going to hurt them so much that they're going to not like you, that they're going to see you as somebody who abandoned them and who didn't do right. But what I'm getting here is that the opposite's happening. Right? Like this fear that you have that people will see you as somebody that will, honestly, sometimes, yes, that happens, but most of the time people move on with their life. Most of the time it's never that deep. And a lot of times if it is that deep for the other person, then they have a lot going on, okay? And that could mean anything. But it's almost like you carry this weight of, oh, I don't want to let them down. I don't want them to think that I'm this kind of person or that kind of person. I don't want them to look at me this, that way, or the other. But it's like, stop worrying about it's like your focus is in the wrong place. I just feel like your focus is not on reality. It's like you're not seeing that saying yes all the time and being available all the time, it doesn't always improve. A lot of times it does not improve how people see you. A lot of times it can degrade how people see you because they see you as somebody easily accessible, somebody easily taken advantage of, somebody easily won over and lied to, okay? Underneath this, we have illusions matter. This is what it's all coming to. The universe is trying to let you know that when you set rules and you play by those rules about how people are supposed to treat you, when you live by those rules, when you have law and order over your land, i.e. you, it helps to shape how people see you, right? How you allow people to treat you shapes how they see you, okay? Illusions matter. If you want somebody to see you or if you want people to see you as a certain kind of way, you have to embody that. You have to be that. And you have to understand that if you're acting like a pushover or a doormat or a lackey or somebody can take advantage of, if you're acting like that, if you're putting that out there, that's how people are seeing you. At the bottom of the deck over here, we have anticipate the impact of your actions, right? You need to start thinking about how you allow people to treat you and how that is affecting how they see you. That's what I'm getting here, right? You need to have your eyes on that. And you need to not be so afraid of being disliked. People will find any reason to dislike you, i.e., they will dislike you for being really nice to them. I had to learn that the hard way. People will dislike you for being quiet, minding your business, caring for others. So you need to not care about if somebody doesn't like you, you need to figure out, do you like you? Do you like the you that you are being today? Do you like the you that you have been exemplifying? What does the you that you've been, what does that person say about you? What does that say about how people should treat you? These are the questions you need to be asking yourself, not, oh, I hope they like me. Shallow, fleeting, not important. Right? Underneath here we have sunset. Like I said, this is you afraid of just letting people down. Right? This is you afraid of disappointing others. But you don't need to worry about that, honey. You don't need to worry about that. Because the person you're really disappointing is you. You need to be afraid of disappointing you, okay? You need to be afraid of letting yourself down, right? We have Hierophant here. This again is coming back to discipline to me. Having a law and order over your land, over your body. You could be somebody, first, this is not everybody. This is coming out really, really specific. You could be continuously sleeping and allowing someone or some people access to your body that don't deserve it, right? That's coming out very strongly for a specific person, that you are not setting a boundary about how and what and when people can access you, and it is having a terrible, terrible effect on your image. Okay? With the Magician here, I see somebody using you. Oh, sorry, group 2. My camera, I had to turn it on and off. But anyway, like, I see somebody here, like, people thinking that they can use you, right? Because you're giving away all your juice. You're giving away all your cookies, right? You're giving away all your snacks, okay? You're giving away all your recipes, your secrets, right? But this Magician here, this is for you to use. Remember when I was saying in the beginning, how can you help yourself? How can you give to yourself? How can you benefit yourself when you're giving away all your shit? When you are letting other people just take. You have nothing left for you, Magician. These were your tools, Magician. This was your ingredients to make your birthday cake. Now you got people coming into your house, taking your sugar, taking your flour, taking your chocolate for their birthday cake on your birthday. I'm sorry, I'm getting hot. But this Eight of Swords, it's like you put yourself in this position of a martyr, of a sacrifice. Maybe you have some type of trauma response that has you addicted to suffering, addicted to pain. You need to address it. Because like I said, you're worried about other people being disappointed, other people being hurt, let down, but you let yourself down. You let yourself down every time you betray yourself. You let yourself down every time that you allow yourself to be slaughtered for the Thanksgiving meal, right? You are not the turkey. Anyway, group 2, I'm going to leave it there. I really hope this resonated, and I really hope for the ones that really needed this message, I really hope it resonated. If it did, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment. And if you would like to be notified whenever I post a new video, then go ahead and ring that notification bell. Bye. Hi, group 3. Welcome to your reading. We're going to get right into what is your message from the universe, from God, from spirit, from above, however it is that you address the higher power. That's what we're going to get into. So let me go ahead and shuffle your cards, and I will catch you on the other side. Group 3, welcome back to your reading. I have a message for you. We're going to start with this column here on the left, beginning with the moon, followed by the justice, and then the tower in reverse. I feel like with the moon here, there's something that you've discovered. There's something you've learned about that it was hidden, right? This is something that was deeply hidden, right? This is something that was 100% behind the scenes that you became aware of. It was revealed to you. I'm hearing at night. So for some of you, it could have been specifically revealed to you at night. But either way, this is something that was a stab in the back with the justice here, right? This is something, and I'm even seeing like it was behind your back. This was something that you found out that was happening behind your back that was a breach of trust. It was a complete breach of trust. It was a betrayal. And with the justice here, this is about something that has to be settled, right? So for me, already off the rip, I'm getting a breakup, a divorce, like I said, with a betrayal here. This is now about a separation of household that I feel here with the tower, right? This is a life that is being uprooted. But the tower in reverse to me lets me know that this situation is still ongoing. You haven't made a decision yet about it necessarily. This is something that just hasn't necessarily been solidified. This tower is kind of being prolonged or held up in some way. And I think that's what's being talked about here in this middle column. We have the Two of Wands, and then the Eight of Cups, and then the Knight of Wands, right? With this Two of Wands, this is about you kind of weighing your options, right? You have one foot in, one foot out, right? On one hand, this is something that you've already invested in. It's comfortable, it's established, but it's not, it's no longer fruitful, right? It's no longer honest, right? But and ahead of you is a whole new landscape, one that you've never encountered. It's a whole new life ahead of you. With the Eight of Cups, I feel like this is you really taking your time to make a decision, really going through every aspect of this situation to determine if you even want to keep up with this. And with the with this King of Wands here, I think it is because that you're attracted to this person. You are really weighing whether you should stay or whether you should go because you really, really like this person. You are very attracted to them, okay? With the King of Wands here, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like this is lust. I feel like you're very attracted. Maybe the sex is good. Maybe the general chemistry vibe is good. But you found out this person was doing something behind your back. I'm not going to get my 2 cents in it, but I really do. Well, not yet, because I'm not done with the cards, but I do feel like the only thing keeping you from walking away is the chemistry and attraction you have for this person, and really it just might not be enough. Over here in the last column, this is where your advice comes in from the universe. This is your message from the universe. We have the Three of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and then the Ace of Pentacles, right? So I just want to point out, we start with the moon, right, which is Cancer, and now we have Queen of Cups over here. So you could be a Cancer, or this is just the general energy, being intuitive, trusting your intuition, using that discernment and loving yourself, right, filling your own cup first. And then we also have a progression here, right? You're trying to figure out whether you should stay or you should go with this Two of Wands. The Spirit is giving you a Three of Wands, letting you know that if you move forward past this person, past this situation, you're going to be filling your own cup. If you want to fill your own cup, if you want to love yourself, then moving forward is the only option. That's what the universe is telling you, right? Because they're not giving you another 2, they're giving you a 3. They're saying move forward, right? This Ace of Pentacles is letting you know that whatever you've lost over here, you can regain that back tenfold. You can always start again. You can always start over. You don't have to stop at this one house with this one rinky-dink King of Wands who doesn't know how to keep his wand to himself, because I'm not sure what happened behind the scenes, but it could be infidelity, right? It could just be finding out that this person is not as loyal as you thought, not as single as you thought. There's something here this person was hiding from you that shattered the foundations, right? You don't trust them anymore. So your spirit is letting you know that if you move forward like you should, right? If you just do that, you will be okay. This Queen of Cups, right? You will be all right. You're worried about your finances. You're worried about your status. I'm not sure exactly what you're worried about, but it seems like there's a worry of what's going to happen if you leave. What's going to happen if you decide that you're not going to forgive this person? What's going to happen if you decide that you're not going to tolerate this behavior? Spirit's letting you know that you will be okay. Threes, okay? And you have an 8 right here. You have blessings ahead. You don't have to deal with this, right? Queen of Cups, like I said, filling that your own cup, trusting your intuition, trusting yourself, okay? And that Ace of Pentacles, rebuilding, starting new foundations elsewhere. You don't have to stay here, okay? Let's go ahead and move on to your oracle cards. We have Truth, just like pain, demands to be heard. So I feel like Spirit's telling you that you need to be honest about how you feel about this, right? Because quite frankly, I feel with this Two of Wands, maybe you haven't said anything to this person yet, or maybe you're just trying to figure out, is this something that you can ignore? Is this something you can overlook? But the reality is that you're hurt. The reality is that whatever you found out, it was disappointing to you. And so Spirit is saying, like, you need to honor your feelings, honor that pain by acknowledging it, and understand that the decision you make needs to be a decision that acknowledges your truth, right? Be honest with yourself. Can you really truly overlook this, or would you be forcing yourself into doing something even more painful than the initial betrayal? Okay, the next thing here, we have Too Young. So the universe is also pointing out that you have a long life ahead of you, right? And I just said this, you don't have to stop here. This is not the last stop on your train, honey. You have a long journey. So in reality, you're too young to be settling for whatever this fuckery was, whatever this betrayal was, whatever this secret lying thing that they were keeping from you. You don't have to, like, you have so much more to live for. You don't have to be wasting your days, wasting your years, wasting your minutes, your hours, your seconds on something that's not fulfilling you, okay? Right? Like, this is not, you don't have to throw all your eggs in this basket. Then on top, so, pardon me, talking too fast. Next card we have is Manifestation is a Passive Act. This card to me is the universe kind of reminding you to trust that you will be caught, right? To trust that things are already working in your favor, working for you, working towards getting you to the next location, right? This is the universe calling you to remember that everything that you want, everything that you've asked for, everything that you need, energetically only needs you to trust that it will happen. Energetically, right? Physically, in the physical 3D, we're also putting in actions and steps to get us to that next goal. But mindset wise, spiritually wise, you need to have that mindset that things are happening, things are okay, things are going to work out. I will receive, right? I will receive, insert what you asked for. And then we have 888. Like I said, you have so many opportunities ahead. There's so many possibilities ahead. And I think that's what the universe is trying to let you know at this Three of Wands, is that there is so much more. I think that's just the overall vibe, that the message for you is that there's so much more than this one hot person. Okay? Yes, they're hot. Yes, the sex may be good. Yes, the kissing may be good. Maybe, yes, when you hold hands, there's sparks flying, and maybe there's all this chemistry. Sure, why not? But that's not the only person in the world you might have some chemistry with. That's not the only, like, this is not all there is. There is so much more. The universe wants you to know. And that as soon as you open yourself to receive more, more can be received by you. Okay? More can be received by you. We have the bottom of the deck. Don't look back. Oh, and then right underneath that, forgive and grow, right? Take in the lesson that you need to learn here. Forgive this person. Forgive yourself for believing this person. Forgive the situation and grow from it. But the only way you grow from it is by not looking back. Don't go back. Go back to what? How cute they are? Okay? Like, I'm not, because I feel like this spread's not giving me too many details on your exact situation. So I don't want to say too much about it, but I feel like you kind of just have to have this perspective that once something shows its ass, you have to believe it. Once a situation proves that it's not fruitful, believe it. Once a person proves that they can't be trusted, believe them, right? Don't look back. Don't go back to the illusion. Don't go back to the false idea, right? The naivety. Once the curtain has been pulled back, once the veil has been lifted, don't put that veil back down. Move forward with what you've learned. Grow, okay? We also have celebration. And what's crazy here is at the bottom we have entrapment. So I feel like it's kind of like telling you, don't trap yourself in this one possibility, right? Celebrate the possibilities ahead, right? This celebration card to me is kind of like spirit telling you to, it's like, be happy, okay? Be happy. Go where happiness is. When you find yourself in a situation where there's lies and deceit and worry and you're not happy, okay? That's not fun. You need to go where the party is. You need to go where the love is, right? Where the joy is, not the secrecy and pain and lust, right? So you're going to go back to this person for lust, but then what? But you're also crying. You're also worried and anxious. You're paranoid, right? You're arguing. God knows what else, right? Insert other toxic relationship dynamic, right? But it's like celebration is that there's so much more happiness and good things coming to you and already in your vicinity that once you just leave this alone, once you leave this situation alone, you can actually experience it. Last few cards I'm going to go over at the bottom of the deck over here. We have Ten of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Swords, and then we have Chariot. So to me, it's like you really need to cut this person off. Oh, we had the Lovers right underneath the Queen of Swords. So this is about becoming single. The universe is kind of letting you know that this Ten of Pentacles you want, it can come from being that bitch, that single bitch, doing her thing, minding her business, and honestly, having strong boundaries with the Queen of Swords, not letting themselves get walked all over, not letting themselves get used and played, right? Don't play dumb just so you can suck some. You know what I'm saying? Don't play dumb so you can have somebody to text. Don't play dumb so that you can be laid up with somebody who also is laying up with other people. Don't play dumb so you can pretend you have somebody to love when really you're getting fucked over, right? That Ten of Pentacles is possible without sacrificing yourself, without, being somebody's doormat. The Chariot is here because this to me is like move forward. Whatever this was not serious. This is somebody that you either didn't know that long, maybe you only went on a few dates, or just didn't get that deep yet. Leave it alone. It's a fling. It's a flash in the pan, right? They showed their ass. You're still that bitch. You still got miles on you. It's time to move forward and leave this thing alone, okay? So that's all I have for today, group 3. I'm going to leave it here. I really hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment, and if you'd like to be notified whenever I post new videos, then subscribe and ring that notification bell. Bye, Group 3.